Yes, guys, welcome back to another episode of the Daily Dose podcast. Today, we have a very special guest, someone that I've been really excited to talk to for a while. One of the highest viewed battlers in the UK scene, P Solja. What's going on, man?
What's happening, brother? You good?
All good, mate. Yeah, just surviving the boredom. How about yourself?
Same, bro. I'm in exactly the same boat, but shit like this helps it pass a bit better. You get me?
Definitely, man. And I appreciate your time, mate. Thank you very much for coming on as well. But look, normally I've got like a set list of questions that I ask the guests, but there's something that I want to talk about very quickly before we do that.
Yep.
You went to Russia, man.
Yeah,
You did a
bro.
fucking battle in Russia. That is incredible. Like, how did that come about for you?
To be fair, bro, it's so weird you've said that because I can announce now this morning I got another booking in Russia, bro, to do another clash. But obviously it's in the air at the minute with the current situation and everything that's going on. But how that came about, bro, I can give you it on a real, like how it actually came about. Like one day I was just chilling, I got a DM on Twitter asking me if I'd fancy coming to Russia. Literally, like, they said they asked dialect, but dialect wasn't interested. They said they asked Raptor, but he wasn't interested. So in all fairness, bro, I was like probably the third in line to go. But as soon as the opportunity came, I was just like, yeah, no doubt, I'm there. Like, I'm literally coming. But yeah, all it started was just a DM off Twitter, really.
That's mad. Like, I don't understand how anyone could not be interested in that either, man. Like, the views they get over there is fucking nuts.
Bro, this is exactly what I was thinking to myself. I'm like, how has anybody in the right mind turned this down? Like, you're getting an opportunity to display your craft to a bunch of people that might never see you again. Do you know what I mean? Like, me going over there for them was a big thing, bro.
Definitely.
So I don't understand why anybody would pass the opportunity. It's crazy, bro. Honestly, it's crazy.
It's mad, man. And so the clash that you had was in St. Petersburg, is that right?
Yeah. It was in St. Petersburg against a guy called Dimmer Shum.
Yeah.
I think in English his name translates to a lot of noise or something like that. I know Shum means noise, but I don't know what the Dimmer part stands for. But yeah, he's like their champion, their front runner over there, their big shooter.
Yeah. And like, how long did you end up going over there for then?
Bro, like, this is what's weird. Like, I was only supposed to be out there for like 2 to 3 days. I think I was supposed to be out there. Bro, I ended up meeting like people that can help me with my music. I ended up meeting people with studios, fam. Like, a week later, I was still there, like, rearranging flights and that. So, bro, I ended up going for 2 days, but ended up staying for a full week. Like,
That's
a guy
incredible.
I met out there just rebooked me a flight, paid for my flight to come back, paid for my extra hotel while I was out there, literally just to do studio work, bro.
That's nuts, man. That's so cool to hear as well. Like, especially that it's going to push your music career further as well, man. That's fucking crazy.
Bro,
But
that's the main reason why I got into this whole battling thing, but we'll touch on that a bit later. But that's the reason why I got into it, in order to help my music. So if an opportunity arises like that, bro, I'd be a fool not to take it. Like, now, I've been to Russia. I went to Russia the first time for the clash. I've been to Russia like 4 or 5 times now. I've had a headline show out of there. I've performed at fucking nightclubs, bro. I've done shows, like. So in return, it has pumped my music over there like massively. And plus, it looks good when people are seeing from England that I'm making moves in different countries. Do you know what I mean?
yeah, 100%, man. And like, that video's gonna, pretty much everyone at some point is gonna have watched that. Like, it's pushing 1 million views at the moment. Is that right?
Yeah. It's like it's weird though, because like I always get these stages where things go a little quiet for me. Then someone out of the blue will just jump up and go bam. Like for instance, I can't remember what order it was in, but I clashed Shuffle and Marlow. Like that year, I was having a quiet year. The year I did the 2-on-2 title match with Matter, boom, most viewed battle of the year. The year before that or after that, things were going kind of quiet. Boom, Afghan Dan battle, most viewed battle of the year. Boom, shit was going quiet. Next thing, Russia pops up, Dimashum, another most viewed battle of the year. So that's 3 years I've had the most viewed battle when I've had the quietest year, which is crazy.
No, it's been fun to watch as well as just a fan, man, and it's just like the whole thing with you going to Russia. It was mental to me. Like when the battle dropped online, I was actually in Thailand. We went to Thailand for a month in the summer, and like I put it on in the hotel in Thailand. I'm like sat by the pool at the hotel in Thailand, and then some like guy there was like 3 rows of like lounges next to the pool. And some guy, I could see him in like the reflection of my phone, was leaning over my shoulder looking at what I was watching. And it was a Russian guy, and he was like, "Are you watching Chum?" And I was like, "Yeah, man. Like, what the fuck? How did you know?" And he was like, "I've just watched that myself, man. It's crazy. It's just mind blowing, man."
The weird thing is, like, it was weird because, like, in some senses it had seemed like I'd stepped in a time machine and gone back in time, but then in other senses it had seemed like I'd stepped in a time machine and gone forward in time, i.e. the production value, the camera work, the way the liaised with the artist as soon as we got out there, and that all that was so futuristic, and like they dealt with us like I can imagine the dealing with big stars and celebrities, and I suppose they deal with them the same. But then in the other sense, like it was real old school because it had like the old Don't Flop feeling. Like when you go into the battle event, you felt like a star. Everybody was making a fuss. Like people were happy to see you. So, bro, it's one of the best. It is probably the best experience I've had within battle rap.
No, that's amazing, man. And yeah, fucking really cool that you're going to be going back and doing it again as well. That's so good to hear. And
bro, when I go back, when I go back, I'm gonna be actually doing a 2-on-2 with a different Russian Gribency as well.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, so we'll see how that works. Hopefully, I'll win because there's a big cash prize at the end, which I'm interested in. But yeah.
Yeah, of course, man. But no, that's incredible. And like, yeah, I mean, Dialect and Raptor, but like they must be kicking themselves a bit now.
That is literally what I was just about to say to you. Like they must be kicking themselves now. I don't know, like, bro, I can't speak for them. They might have had personal things going on in their life at that moment. What wouldn't have warranted them traveling, or they could have had personal problems, family problems, which might not have been the correct timing or whatever. But for me personally, bro, I was willing to drop everything to go to that.
Of course. No, I don't blame you, man. And yeah, I'm glad you did.
Bro, at the end of the day, yeah, at the end of the day, when am I, me as a black man from Leeds, when am I ever going to get the opportunity to go to Russia? Why the fuck not go? Let's go, man. And the worst thing I did was probably I did a lot of research on Russia before I went, and I went there with a kind of defensive mentality. But then once I got there, like, everybody was so eager to say I'm not a communist, I'm not this and that, and just everybody just wanted to fucking just get to know me and follow my music, and just, bro, it was mad, it was mental.
Yeah, man. Like I've met, like, I know a lot of people that have been to Russia. I know a lot of people that have spent quite a bit of time there as well, and like everyone says it is nothing like what it's made out to be in the media.
Nah, bro, nothing at all, bro. Like when I went to St. Petersburg, the only thing I can describe it to other people as, the only place I've seen what looks familiar to St. Petersburg is New York, bro. It just looks like New York. It's crazy, and everything is open 24 hours. It's nuts.
Nice, man. I really want to get over there at some point, man. It looks so much fun. But yeah. I just wanted to touch on that first because that's like that was huge for you know, not only for the UK like battle rap scene, but for grime as a whole, man. To see
Yeah,
somebody
most
from
definitely,
outside of
bro.
Russia going over there, like it's incredible, man. And
Bro,
yeah,
I went by myself. I did all that shit by myself, bro. I don't need nobody to hold my hand. Like, bro, I did the same with Norway, did the same with Denmark. Like, I go these places by myself, bro, and I just go to put on a show for the people. That's all I can do.
it's cool, man. And it's so cool that battle rap has kind of opened those avenues for you as well to travel so much and stuff. Like it's you see a lot of UK artists don't really, or UK battlers at least, don't really take advantage of that enough. And it's, yeah,
Bro, I find that ludicrous, to be fair. Like, I find that so crazy that somebody can offer you money to go somewhere and display your talents, bro. Like, and you turn it down. The way I see it, there must be something really big going on in your life, or this isn't what you truly want, bro. That's the way
no,
I see it. Like, literally, I think it's that black and white.
yeah, exactly, man. It's turning down a paid holiday, like it's mental.
Exactly, bro. Because, like, think about it. You go out there, you do a battle. How long's the battle? The battle is gonna be 15 minutes, 20 minutes tops, bro. So what? 20 minutes out of what? 4 days, 3 days, whatever paid. What? Why are you not gonna do it?
I know, it's nuts, man. But yeah, fair play to yourself, mate. And the clash, I must have watched the clash like 5 or 6 times now, and the reaction that you get, especially during your like final verse as well, is like they go wild for you.
Bro, let me tell you something as well. Like, on camera does not warrant the noise in that room. Because if you look at how it was set up, it was all like lapel mics, so the mic was stuck to you. So it was
Yeah,
mainly focusing on picking up your voice. But bro, the noise in that room when I spat my first bar, because I went into that clash thinking no one's gonna understand what the fuck I'm saying. So I have to go here and display as many styles and flows as I can. It's not, for once, it's not about the bars, it's not about the punchlines, it's all about the way I say things, the style, the flow, the cadence on how I rap, my crowd control. So I kind of homed in on them talents there and just pushed them. And when, bro, the noise in that room was unreal, and the amount of people that was crammed in that room, bro. There was lines round the fucking block, bro. It was crazy.
I was gonna say like you often see like when footage at battle events gets released, it's quite easy to make the room look smaller than it is.
Yeah,
How many people were actually at that event, do you reckon?
bro. I'd easily say between 200 to 300 people. No lie, no gas. Easily between 200 to 300 people, because what it was as well, like, we was meant to be clashing on stage, but they'd sold that many tickets, bro. The stage was full of people. The whole nightclub floor area was full of people. That's why we had to make a pit in the middle of the room, just to
Fucking
get
hell.
space, bro. It was absolutely nuts, and bro, it was so hot in there.
I can
Jeez,
imagine, yeah. Yeah.
jeez, it was so hot. But I was in the moment. As soon as I stepped in that room, bro, everybody was looking at me like I was a pink elephant in the room, which obviously they are, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I was literally the only black guy in the whole building, the only English guy in the whole building. And bro, it was nuts the amount of love I got shown. It was crazy.
Yeah, that's cool as fuck, man. But like you said as well with your material, like I remember getting a bit annoyed reading the comments on YouTube after, like obviously most of them were in Russian anyway, but
Yeah,
like a lot of people were saying, you know, that you'd lost the battle because your material was nowhere near as strong. But at the end of the day, like not only did your opponent have the advantage of doing one round in Russian, but you also had the disadvantage of knowing that there was going to be a large percentage of the room that didn't understand what you were saying, because
Most,
at the end of the day, even if they speak English, they're going to know Queen's English. You know what I mean? And it's like, I think your performance is just knowing the crowd that you're going up against, and I think it's just perfect, man.
yeah. Well, that's like I said to you before. Like, I went into that taking all of everything you've just said. I took all that into consideration while preparing for the battle. I thought, what is the point in me saying certain metaphors and certain like punchlines? Because, bro, I know nothing about Russia, and the way it came around, bro, I had like 2 weeks to prepare for that battle. So within them 2 weeks, bro, I can't do enough research on Dimashum, on Russia, on St. Petersburg, the town he's from, because he's not actually from St. Petersburg, bro. So it would have been so extensive, the knowledge I'd have had to collect in them 2 weeks. Like, I just thought to myself, right, it's all about styles and flows, and that's exactly what I went there and did. So for them to ask me to come back, for me to go out there and get the reception I've got, and etc., bro, the comments don't even. But bro, I probably stopped reading YouTube comments in my first 3 battles, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, I can imagine. But
bro.
yeah,
At one point, like I was going crazy. I was going on to the battle. I was copying the messages. I was pasting them into Google just to translate. I was sending screenshots to my boys, asking them, "Yo, what's this mean? What's that mean, bro?" In the space of like the battle getting announced and me going over there, bro, I probably got an extra 1,000 followers on Twitter, all Russian, all sending me messages in Russian, bro, telling me, "Thank you for coming. We think this, we think that," bro. Nobody has a YouTube account to write good comments, bro.
no,
That's
that's
the way
true.
I
But
feel, fam.
that's awesome as well, man. Like, I can just imagine that, you don't really even see any big name artists booking gigs in Russia. Do you know what I mean? They don't get much, like, they don't get to see anything from outside of what they're used to. So yeah,
Exactly, bro. Everybody was so grateful that I'd gone over there. It was unreal. It made me feel like, yo, listen, I've got to do things for these people. Like, I made a Russian VK account. Like, I upload freestyles for them. I'm big in their battle community. I'll send them videos and shit like that, bro. Because, like, why would you not do that? Why would you not do that? Because when it comes time for me to drop a album, which I've got on the way, like, when it comes time for that, I know them people are gonna support that. I know them people are gonna buy it. I know them people are gonna push it. So why not? Why not give back, bro? It don't cost me not to send them a video. It don't cost me not to do a fucking freestyle. I've got a mic myself. I've got a MacBook. Why not?
definitely. No, I love it, man. And yeah, I just wanted to, talk about that before we got into battle rap as a whole, just because it really is groundbreaking and it was amazing to see, man. And yeah, I look forward to
Nah,
seeing you
thank
go
you
back
for
out there as
acknowledging it,
well.
man. Thank you for acknowledging it, because some people act like they don't want to acknowledge it because it's me. But I don't care, bro. I know what I've done, and I know what I've done. Nobody else has done. I was the first. If the influx of battlers start going to Russia now, all I know is I was the first. That's it.
Definitely. And mate, like, it annoys me. Yeah, one of the reasons I wanted to do this podcast is just due to the amount of fucking negativity in UK battle rap, man. Like, everyone just needs to fucking stop it.
You
Like,
know what it
you
is,
going
bro?
to
Yeah,
Russia is nothing but good.
exactly. You see, me at first, bro, I was an advocate for negativity, bro. And that's just because it was a cool thing to do. Do you get me? But at the end of the day, bro, I will always have a love for battle rap, bro, because half of my fans that I've got now, or half of the people who know I am now, would not know me if it wasn't for this. If it wasn't for battle rap, I wouldn't have gone to Russia, bro. Do you
No,
get me?
that's it.
So it's not about being negative about it no more, bro, because that phase has passed. There's no more bashing her and getting clout off of it now because nobody cares, bro. There's no more taking sides between this battle league and that battle league because why? Nobody cares, bro. It's at a point now where people just want to see good battles, just want to see it revived in a sense. Nobody cares about the negativity and bullshit, bro.
No, and fans have no reason to get involved in any of that shit anyway. And the whole thing with like obviously what happened with the Don't Flop stuff, it really should have just kept behind closed doors because it just blew it way out of proportion from what it needed to be.
Do you know why it's never gonna get kept behind closed doors? Because people like to do things for a little ego boost, bro. People do things when something in their personal life could have affected them, bro. Somebody could have woke up and felt like shit. I'm not saying this happened, but for instance, Bagnall could have woke up one morning, everything was shit and that. He could have messaged Rowan and said, yo, where's my money? Rowan could have fucking blanked him or whatever. Then he's like, right, you know what it is? The only way I've got now to speak to this guy is via social media. The only way I can speak about this is if I get it out in the open. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm not saying that's how it happened. That's how it didn't happen. But for me personally, bro, if that's the only way I'm going to have to contact that person, if they're constantly airing me and making it a point not to get in contact with me, bro, I'm going to do that. So I feel like it should have been sorted behind closed doors early. But if that's the only opportunity you have, bro, like I can't say I wouldn't have done it myself. Do you know what I mean?
I absolutely agree with you, but what I think is from I'm just a fan, and from my perspective, like I don't understand why so many people thrived off of listening to that. Like you look at the episode that he did with Battle Rap Resume, it's got more views than most battles have nowadays. Like people that aren't involved in the scene anymore must be watching that. It's like, why does anybody really why does anyone care that much? Like, it's nothing to do with us.
Because, right, bro, it's like it was a majority minority situation, bro. Like everybody went with the majority because the cooler names was going with the majority, and it was like I think what caused all of this, bro. I think the main issue of all this was the dissing of Kruger, because I think Kruger was such like a cornerstone in the scene. Like he never wronged nobody. He was always Mr. Nice Guy, and I think once somebody like that gets wronged, the majority goes with them because they think, all right, well, maybe if I message Rowan and tell Rowan to pay him, he's gonna pay him. No, he's fucking not, bro, because you're James from Bognor fucking Regis, bro. Like, why is he gonna listen to you if he's not listening to the person that he's directly being in business with? So when all that was going on, bro, I did not say a word. I just laughed at certain things that got said. Like, I can't remember who it was who did an interview, and I don't want to say the name, but because I can't remember exactly who it was, but somebody compared to working for like the slave trade, and I'm like, bro, I can't get involved in this shit. I was just laughing from outside, thinking, you guys are a bunch of fucking bitches. Because I know if somebody owes me money, bro, yeah, if it's a road thing, I'm going to go punch the fucking face in and get my money, bro. If it's a business thing, I'm going to get solicitors and lawyers involved and etc., etc. I'm going to go get advice off people and go for it that way, bro. What is me writing on Twitter and getting fucking 200 retweets going to do, bro? Is that going to stand up in a court of law? Hell fucking no.
No, it's nuts, man. And like, whoever that was saying that working for was like being a slave or whatever, swear, like, that's just
100,
fucking mental.
Hand on my heart, bro, that got said. And for the life of me, I can't remember who said it. So if anybody listens to this, write in the comments who said it, because it was funny as fuck. Because I'm like, no, mate. Because I was directly boys with her, fam. I was close with her, bro. Yeah. So I've seen this shit firsthand. I've seen how these men get treated. I've seen how these men live at events, etc., etc., bro. Yeah. And every fucking one of them loved it, fam. Every one of them loved it. So, now,
even the people that were directly, involved, like, I remember seeing Bagnall tweet, like, he has enough reason to dislike her now or whatever, do you know what I mean? And even he will say, if without Don't Flop, I wouldn't be who I am today. Do you know what I mean? That's all you need.
Bro, let me tell you something, and Don't Flop wouldn't have been what it was without Bagnall.
No, completely agreed.
Without Kruger. So, bro, they both give exactly what they got out. They both gave 100% at that time, bro. And what they all got 100% out. Bagnall doing his thing, Bamalam were doing his thing, Kruger were doing his thing, were doing his thing. Simple. But how them man should have kept it, as and Kruger make the decisions. Bamalam's a host, Bagnall's a cameraman. Bagnall gets paid per event. If you don't want to get paid, that's his business. But just offer him that payment. Kruger, 50-50. Boom. Bamalam, yeah, you get a Nando's and a fucking hotel. Boom. Done. Run it like that. It is that fucking simple. But everybody knows, bro, once more money starts coming around, more heads get involved, because, bro, it was like Bagnall. Then Bagnall had his minions. Kruger, he had his minions. He had his minions. And then Bamalam by himself. So, bro, when all them cooks are adding to this pot of food, it's going to taste like shit after a while, bro. And that's exactly what happened, fam.
It's a fair point, man. It's a very fair point. But, yeah, I mean, you yourself then, P, you started battling on Don't Flop, is that right?
I started battling competitively on Don't Flop, bro. Like, I'd done little shitty battles in the past and so on and so forth. But I can't actually remember whether I clashed Chronicle at Words of Weapons before I went on Don't Flop. I think I might have done Chronicle on Word of Weapons first, which I'm going to say now is the battle that put me on. The battle that put me on was me versus Chronicle on Words of Weapons, bro.
Yeah, I do remember that. And I was a big Words of Weapons fan, to be fair, but it's from what I remember, like, maybe the Words of Weapons clash came before Don't Flop, but I'm pretty sure you had a battle uploaded on Don't Flop before Words of Weapons.
That might have been my tryout against Bizzo then. That's what that would have been, which is not out there because that Don't Flop second channel got deleted, didn't it? But yeah, that was my first ever battle, me versus Bizzo, which was Don't Flop. That was my tryout many years ago.
Yeah, man. But so it's about 2014 kind of time, is that right?
Yeah. And I'll tell you something now, bro. That battle there was one of the most stressful times of my life, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like this is how long battle rap's been fucked up for, bro, right? Because how my tryout came around, I've never actually told this story, bro. How my tryout came around, is like I applied to Don't Flop for a tryout, and bro, there was just airing me for ages, bro, and then I asked Matter to ask her if I can have a tryout, and her was like, yeah, I'll give you a tryout. I'll give P a tryout if you clash Ogmios at Summer Standard. And then I was just like, well, bro, he's just put you in a position there. Because at that moment, Matt were taking a hiatus from battling. He wasn't feeling battling at all. But then he felt like he had to battle just so I got my opportunity to battle, which I'll always have respect for Matt for that, because if he wouldn't have accepted that battle, who knows, bro? I might not have got a tryout. Afterwards, were like, oh, yeah, you'd have definitely got a tryout, just not at this event. And I was just like, bro, that's a bit of some sucker shit, that. But, yeah, why I mean, like, that was, like, a stressful time, bro, like, because I just saw this flyer come out. So I've gone from watching these guys on YouTube, thinking, yo, these guys are sick, to boom, I'm on the flyer in the midst of these guys. Dialect clashed, Zen clashed, Matter clashed, O'Shea clashed. Like, literally everybody who was big at that time was on this card. And I remember I was the first battle of the day. I didn't have a third round, bro. Like, and it was, bro, that was the first time I'd ever left Leeds to go to London as well. I've never been to London in my life, bro. I literally thought it was like Leeds. I thought you get out at the train station, you walk through the city centre, you're at the venue. Nah, bro. I had to get like I had to get like 2 tubes and a bus, bro. I remember I got to Brixton Jam, fam, and as soon as I got there was so many people outside, bro. I was so nervous. I'd never like been in front of a crowd of that size in my life, bro. And when I went in, bro, I remember, like, I walked in, I was like, fucking hell, that's her there. Fucking hell, that's Kruger. Fucking hell, that's O'Shea. Like, I'm seeing these people that I've only ever seen on camera, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, so, yeah, it's a weird feeling, isn't it?
Bro, it was so mad. And then, like, Ers come up to me, he's been like, oh, yo, P, yeah, you're battling in 15 minutes. Bro, I was, in that 15 minutes, I must have said these 2 rounds I had a million times in my head, bro. Then I've gone into the clash. But the funny thing is I actually knew the guy I was clashing anyway, which was kind of a bonus, because I'd met him along the way of like the smaller leagues before you actually get to Dope Flop. I'd met Bizzo along that way. So it was mad. Right. So I went into that clash thinking, fuck, this guy's gonna fucking absolutely smoke me in front of all of these people. What am I gonna do, bro? My stomach was turning, my kneecaps were shaking, bro. Like, every bar I had in my head just completely went. And I just remember I turned around to Matter, because I've been saying my bars that much. I had to turn around to Matter or Zen, and I said, yo, how does my first round start? They had to tell me how my first round started, bro. I got out there and I got my first reaction. The crowd went mad. I can't remember what the bar was, but my first reaction, as soon as I got that reaction, all them nerves and everything went, and I just went into auto drive, bro. And to this day, bro, I say I won that battle. If I'd have had a third round, bro, I'd have fucking 3-0'd him that day, because I was on point, fam.
Yeah, no, I do agree. I rewatched it recently, and you definitely
like, when you
won
watch
that,
it
man.
now, it's a bit shit, you get me? But like, back then, nobody in Dope Flop, bro, I'm gonna say this now, nobody in Dope Flop, was saying the shit I was saying, bro. My first 3 battles, bro, there was no raw street rapping ass nigga in that league, bro. I was the fucking first. You had a couple that might have touched on it, might have said this and that, might have said rare, but yeah, I was the first, like, hard spitting motherfucker in Dope Flop, and I don't care what anybody says, bro. Like,
no, I completely agree.
I came first. Pause. That's a massive pause. But I was the first one. I was the first one there spitting all that hard shit. Then, boom, you get Tally, you get Tox, you get this guy, you get Mitch, you get Soul Jitsu, you get boom. Big influx of street guys after I tried out, bro. And as soon as I tried out, bro, you think I had to wait for battles after that? Nah. Were throwing me battles left, right, and center, bro. This is what I mean. Bro, I can say this now, bro. I was probably one of the first tryouts to get their travel paid to the event, bro. I didn't pay my own travel to go there.
Nice. That's sick,
I don't know how Matter swindled that or whoever swindled that, but yeah, I didn't pay my travel to get there, bro. And I think Wilsey was my. It was either my. I think it was my second battle. I'd never battled for free after Wilsey again.
Nah, that's class, man.
That's
And
another
like,
one I'll say I'm probably one of the first to start getting paid after the tryout like that.
definitely, yeah, and it wouldn't happen
coming,
now.
bro. I'm watching Matter get paid. I'm watching Zen get paid. I'm watching Dialect get paid. I'm thinking, bro, I'm doing exactly the same as you, bro. Why the fuck ain't this guy paying me? And that's another thing. I never really experienced bad business with Dotflop. Not once. There might have been a time I've had to say to man, yo, where's my fucking money or whatever, but not to the point where I'm going to smash your face, you know, I'm going to come to your event and blah, 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 do you know what I mean? Like, none of that. So I never experienced bad business. So touching back on that before, when all that shit came around, I couldn't have an opinion on that because I'd not experienced that. So I was vocal in that sense. Do you get me? I said, never experienced bad business with these guys, so I can't really say, oh.
No, exactly, man. That's good. And yeah, I mean, I agree. You were definitely the first person bringing that street kind of style to UK battle rap as a whole. I think like, and I remember as soon as you'd tried out, you know, that was when, you know, Wilsey came about and so many others like followed suit. So it was a big turning point in that sense as well.
Yeah, of course, bro.
And what was it that like got you into battle rap initially? Did you come up through the UK scene, or was it more like seeing Smack, or what was it that got you into it?
I think it's like first and foremost, like I started like spitting grime at first, like not writing songs or nothing like that. I was just writing like just bars in it, like 16s, 24s, 32s, or just random fucking street grime shit just crammed in. Like I just prided myself on writing the hardest shit I possibly could from experiences. Do you know what I mean? So early, bro, I just started like spitting grime, and obviously, if you go into grime sets and you're spitting at raves, etc., etc., people are gonna want to clash you, and people are gonna start doing sends. So at first, bro, it was just like shit around Leeds, like we were just sending for each other, and man was having clashes in like clubs. Man was having clashes at the side of the street and that. So I think it was always in the mentality. So then I thought, nah, this shit's dead. You're not gonna make no fucking. You're not gonna make nothing of yourself just clashing man in the street. So I just concentrated more on music. So then I started trying to write songs. I started going to the studio and I started doing this and that. Then I met Dialect. I met Dialect first. I met Dialect and I was chilling with Dialect. Well, not really chilling with him. I used to see him around and that. And when I saw him around, I make time for him and speak to him and shit like that. And fucking one day he was like, yo, I'm doing this battle rap thing. And I was like, what's that? And then he's like, yo, go on YouTube and type in Don't Flop, rare, rare, rare. So I came back and typed it in. And I watched it, and at first I was like, nah, this ain't for me. If someone says something like this to me, I'm gonna end up fucking fighting them or something like that. Do you know what I mean? So at first I had an interest from a fan standpoint. Then obviously being boys with dialect, like I met Zen, then I met Matter, and then I met this guy and that guy. Then I think it was Matter or Zen was like, I'm doing a little event in Leeds. Do you want to clash? So I was like, yeah, cool. So I went there, I clashed, and like kind of went off. And then after that, I think I did like 8 battles in a row on the lead scene because that was it. Like that was when Dot Flop kind of like blew up. Dialect were battling Americans, fucking all kinds of shit. Matter were battling Americans and like so it was big. Do you know what I mean? Like Dialect were like a big celebrity in Leeds for me. It was mad. So when these guys are putting on these little events and people are saying they're gonna be there, they was fucking selling out. They was getting rammed. So me, I was thinking to myself, fuck this. I want to be the man. Do you know what I mean? Like, what the fuck's going on here? I've been doing this shit for years and ain't nobody paid me respect not once. So I'm like, fuck this. I'm gonna do this battle thing. So I started doing it, and bro, I was just washing every person that they put in front of me in Leeds, bro. It was just getting stupid. So then I thought to myself, right, let me look outside the league, see what leagues are going on. So I looked around and I found Wrapped in Wire. And Wrapped in Wire, I saw O'Shea were booked there. I saw that Shotty Horror had fucking, he didn't battle, but Shotty Horror was at one of the events. And all this people, I'm seeing like pretty decent names going to these events purely because like it was in Warrington, it's close to Manny, it's over that way, do you know what I mean? So all the northern battlers was like going to these events. I remember that's where I met Chronicle, do you know what I mean? Like it was mad. So I went there, I did like two or three battles for them, won all three of them. And then I think that's when it came around with me and Matter. I battled Matter at one of these Leeds events, the last one I ever did, and Matter washed the floor with me. And then afterwards, they were like, yeah, I'll get you a Don't Flop tryout, man. You're sick, rare. And then that's how it came about, bro.
Ah, nice. Okay. And there's absolutely no shame in getting beat by Matter either. Like, he does not get the credit he deserves.
Bro, he washed me. Absolutely washed me because, bro, I'd been on this run of washing all these people, bro. Just handing their ass to them, fam. Going there with 2 rounds freestyling a third. Going there with a second and third freestyling a first. Just like all kinds of shit, bro. Just absolutely schooling these guys. And then I battled Matter. And he like, bro, I remember after that battle, bro, I didn't even want to do it again. I felt so depressed. I felt like shit. And then I was just like, yo, do you know what it is? He's got me a tryout. I can't not do it. So I started writing from my tryout. And then, yeah, it just got me there, which was sick because that kind of gives people a brief history on how I met Matter. Like, Matter were kind of like Mr. Miyagi for a while, bro. Like, he was telling me, yo, you need to try multi in your bars, yo. Why don't you, like, try say it like this? And, like not directly, like, giving me bars. The only time that happened is, like, when we're writing a 2-on-2 together, so we're throwing bars back and forth and blah, blah, blah. But, yeah, like, Matter was, like, it was like Mr. Miyagi for me, bro.
I can imagine, man. And he is honestly the perfect mentor to have as well, because he's just been smashing it consistently for what, 10 years or so now?
Bro. Exactly. This is what I'm saying, bro. Like, and for this guy to like, the mad thing is like, this is like, bro, I could tell you so much. Like, it's crazy, fam. Like, it came to a point where, bro, like, me and Matter moved onto my street, bro. We lived on the same street. So when we're prepping for these 2-on-2s, bro, this is what people don't realize, fam. We're together every day, bro. And Matter was like, he was like a military guy, bro. He'd be ringing me, be like, yo, right, we're going to practice today at fucking 6 o'clock at rare, da. Bro, this is all at like 8:30, 9 a.m. in the morning, bro. The man's sending me like prompters in my phone of like what bars to touch on because the night before I didn't fucking remember them, bro. I don't know how he did it. He used to just like, we'd sit there, bro, we'd write the bars, yeah? And then he'd go away and then he'd come back the next day and have the shit memorized. And I'm like, how the fuck are you doing this, bro? Which then meant he could like help me then. Because he's like, bro, I know you're shit at this. I know you get distracted easy. I know we can sit there, try writing around, and then you're putting FIFA on, or you're rolling a zoo, or you're on phone for an hour, or do you know what I mean? Like, I'm easily distracted with him. He locks himself out and locks himself in, bro. It's crazy.
Yeah,
so, bro,
man, that's mad.
Not even me, bro. I'd go as far as saying Matter was mentor for all three of us, blood. Me, Matter, me, Zen, and Dialect, bro. He mentored all three of us, bro. He was like, I'd say, out of us, like, I'd say Zen was the most like, he was the most like I'd say the most independent one, bro. He used to come to us with all of his shit already wrote and memorized, and we're like, what the fuck? But like with me and Dialect, bro, like Matter proper like fucking helped us, man, and helped us tailor his styles and shit like that, bro. Cause yeah, man, we needed it. We'll just let
That's really cool, man.
knuckleheads.
And it's like another example of what I mean by like UK battle rap being so full of negativity is like you see in the last year or so a lot of people saying that Matters like not as good as he once was. He's like the thing with Matter is he battles like pretty much every other month and has done for about 10 fucking years. Like
Yep.
he's still, you never see Matter choke or you
Fam,
never see a bad performance from him.
fam, he's the Premier Battles champion, bro.
And deservedly so, mate.
Bro, to be in this ship for so long and be a champion in present time, which means, bro, he's come from probably one of, if not the best 2-on-2 team of all time, bro. Him and Luna. Like, he's come from that. He's come from a solo run of Don't Flop. I think he had one of the best unbeaten records in Don't Flop, bro. He's got probably the best unbeaten record in Premier Battles. But when people talk about the top 3, the top 5, the top this and that, he's never mentioned, and I don't get it, bro. It's fucking crazy, bro.
No, he's always been one of my favourites, man. And I've got so much respect for him as well, in the sense of like, for example, last summer Don't Flop did an event in Cardiff, and obviously Don't Flop they're kind of still rebuilding at that stage. Do you know what I mean? And
yeah,
he came all the way down to Cardiff because I'm from Cardiff. Like he came all the way down here from Leeds on a coach to battle a girl called Shaugi Bear, who I don't know how well known she is in the battle scene. She's definitely not a name that's mentioned
I've
often.
never heard of her, bro.
No, that's what I mean. He came all the way down here, battled her, I can't remember if it was a 2 or a 3 rounder now, but had at least 2 rounds worth of
Solid
fucking
material.
hilarious stuff as well. Like
exactly, bro. Like he's consistently consistent, bro, and you can't fuck with that.
And he must have known that battle was going to struggle for views, like in the current climate, and probably didn't know what to expect from a Cardiff crowd because they've never really they haven't done an event here since the Raise the Bar tour, and that wasn't a great turnout, and he still came, and he just, I don't know if it's just because he loves this shit or what, but I've just got so much respect for him.
I think it's a mixture of everything. I think it's a mixture of, bro, he loves it. I think it's getting out of Leeds. I think it's going to these other places. Bro, I'm sure he went to Norway not so long ago, bro. This is what I'm saying. Like, he did, yeah. It's still happening. Like, I don't get why these guys aren't going to these places, bro.
No, crazy, man. But
one time I battled in Denmark, bro. I got Matter a free flight to come with me, bro. He didn't even battle. He just turned up. Got him a free flight to come with me. And like, bro, I don't get how these guys aren't going to these places, bro. It's happening. The opportunities are there.
Exactly, and they're cool places as well, man. Like I lived in Sweden for a couple of years, and I've been to Norway and Denmark both a few times, and they're fucking incredible.
Bro, I've been to Denmark about 20 times, bro. And I've probably done I've done 1 show there and 3 battles in the time going. But I met friends, bro. Like, that's what I mean. I've met friends through this battleship, bro. Like, it's crazy. Went to Russia because of it. Met friends, bro. Like, not just people that, oh yeah, I know him or whatever. I mean, friends. It's good, fam. It's good. I don't get it. Go out there, man. Experience it. Big up Bobby Rex though, because he's been about the place as well.
Yeah, definitely. And it's not just the concept of like people turning down what's essentially a free holiday, a chance to meet new people, a chance to network more, but it's also, it just puts on for our fucking scene as well, man. Like, there's nothing negative that you can take from taking these bookings, you know. It doesn't make any sense.
Do you know what the bad thing is? Yeah, like, it's like me and Bobby, yeah, are two of the most travelled battlers, yeah, in this. Me and Bobby, yeah, but we're considered as basic. We're never brought in when people are talking about the top tens and this and that, bro. And I just find that hilarious because I'm like, bro, you man don't see it, but the people that need to see it, see it. So I don't give a shit. When these people are writing the lists and doing the little vlogs of the top 10, this and that, bro, I don't care, man. It's funny to me. I like to watch who entertains me. Fuck being top 10 or whatever, bro. I just watch what I like to watch, innit?
Yeah, no, I completely agree, man. And I'm similar, and I don't really like. I've recently rejoined like all these battle forums and stuff on Facebook just to try and promote this podcast a bit. But generally speaking, I don't bother with these pages just because the battling is so
in the forums for about a year. Yeah.
No. No, I don't blame you. Like, battling's so subjective. It's just all about who's recently put on a good performance, and everything else is forgotten about. You know what I mean? Like the amount of times that people like Raptor or Yunnan go from being the most talked about person in the forum because everyone hates them to being the most talked about in the forum because everyone loves them again. It's just, it winds me up, man.
Nah, definitely, I agree, man. It's Marmite, guys.
Yeah, big time. But what would you say is like your personal favourite battle that you've been a part of?
There's a few. Like, I enjoyed the 2-on-2 title match with Matter against Shuffle and Marlow. I enjoyed that. That was sick. The atmosphere in the room, he could have cut it with a knife. It was unreal.
Yeah, that was in Birmingham, right?
Yeah. That was at Hare and Hounds in Birmingham. That there was crazy. It was so intense. Like, I went there with the attitude of, they are never gonna beat us, and then they turned up and put on the show of a lifetime. Like, I even enjoyed that as a fan. Do you know what I mean? Like, it was mad. There's the Afghan Dan one. Like, I enjoyed the fuck out of that purely because of everything surrounding it and how it went down.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I think it'd be one of them two, or maybe Russia. That'd be up there as well. They're probably my top three I've enjoyed being in.
Nice. And do you know what? Like, one thing that, as far as I know, I've never really seen anybody say this or give him his props, but Afghan Dan went from being, a little bit of a meme, if that makes sense, to coming to fucking Leeds and clashing you in Leeds. Like, he deserves a little bit of respect for that, in my opinion.
Bro,
fair play to him for doing it.
I respect him for that and that only. As far as everything else goes, bro, like, he wasn't prepared for that battle properly, bro. He didn't know. Bro, I don't think he fully knew what he was signing up for. I think he thought, yeah, we're going to go there, we're going to spit bars, it's going to be a joke, rare. Nah, mate, because I'm coming there and I'm seeing you as food, bro. Because bare people are watching you and think you're sick and you are shit, mate. So what I'm going to have to do is show people that, and I will be 100% honest with you, bro. The first bar he spat, I was shocked. And I wasn't shocked for the fact that he was overly sick. I was shocked for the fact that he wasn't shit. Like, I thought he was going to be terrible. And when he spat his first bar, I was like, hey, we might have a little fucking clash here. But then it all kind of went downhill for him, didn't it? But yeah, big respect.
I thought exactly
coming to Leeds, bro.
Yeah,
he came to Leeds with about 2 or 3 guys. that looked about 14, bro. It was mad.
Yeah.
And he turned up, bro. He was nervous as fuck. And he still got up there and did his thing, bro. So, yeah, I respect him. I do respect him, bro. Like, is what it is.
And
I had saying
I
I'm going to
remember
make a
thinking the
tune with
same
him.
as you. Yeah. No, I remember thinking the same as you, man. Like he got up and his first few bars, I thought, okay, he might actually be all right here. And then, 8 bars later, you could barely even call it remixing fucking Devilman stuff.
Yeah,
And I was like,
it
never
was
mind, it's
terrible,
done.
bro. It was bad. And the mad thing is, like, how that happened is, bro, like, Briggsy messaged me and he was like, yo, Pete, I've got the perfect clash for you. And I'm like, what do you mean? It's like, literally, bro, I couldn't think of anybody else to do this clash other than you. And I'm like, bro, what is it? It's like, you versus Afghan Dan. I said, bro, I'm there. Bro, I didn't even ask him what the fee was until like a couple of days before. I thought, hold on a minute. Like, but bro, up to that point, I was just like, yeah. And that was probably one of the last battles that I actually sat down and wrote every fucking round. I actually practiced every fucking day, bro. To the point where if he wouldn't have turned up that day, bro, I'd have been heartbroken. I'd have probably drove to Blackpool and looked all over for him. Like, everything into that, bro. I remember, bro, I saw, literally right before I was about to battle, I was in the toilets and I saw Bobby Rex, bro. And I said to my man, I'm like, yo, it's fucking mad out there, innit? And they were like, yeah. And I was like, bro, I'm nervous as fuck, I'm slightly nervous, Bobby. Or Bobby were like, yo, are you fucking dumb, mate? You P Solja, what the fuck's wrong with you? And he said that to me and I was like, you know what? He's fucking right, I'm in Leeds. What the fuck is going on here? So my mentality and how I acted in that battle was Bobby Rex's fault. He fucking got me going before me.
That's class, man. And it was great. Like, it was well received as well. It's done well view wise, and yeah, it was a good decision taking that battle. And one battle of yours that I'd like to throw into that list that I'm sure you'll agree with, just because of like the crowd and the occasion and stuff, is the Pedro battle as well, man.
Bro, that was my first ever main stage battle.
Yeah.
Yep, and I've got a little story behind that battle as well if you want to hear it, bro. Because
yeah, of course, man.
It's mad, like in this, nothing's ever been straightforward, bro. Like, I've had to go around the houses for this fucking shit, bro. Like, it's what people don't realize. It ain't being handed to me on a plate at all, bro. Like, that night, I remember, like, it was a 2-day event in Leeds, and I remember they had every American fucking battler you can think of on the card. It was it, am I right in saying it was a birthday? I'm sure it was it was definitely a Dope Flop birthday. And I remember I got asked to do that battle about a month before, but it was like, oh yeah, Pete, do you want to battle Pedro? I was like, yeah, why the fuck not? He gets bare views, like, why not? So he's like, but it's gonna be a break battle at the birthday, so it's gonna be outside, rare. And I'm just thinking, nah, this guy's just give me a fucking smoke break battle, bro. Like,
yeah.
When I'm on a roll, thinking, yo, I'm doing well here. Like, I just had the Willsy battle, like, and I'm thinking, yo, I'm doing well here. Like, people are starting to mention me as like one of the up and comers. People are saying, yo, I'm sick, and then boom, I get put on the fucking break time Danny Jack versus fucking whoever card, and I'm like, no, can't believe this has happened. But fast forward to the event now, I still thought to myself, you know what, I'm gonna do it. It's in my hometown, it's at the birthday. If it's outside, I'll just have to go hard and just make it a point to make people want to check out the battle now. Do you know what I mean? So I'd gone away, I'd done my preparation, I'd done my writing and that, and I think it was like the night before the event. I just randomly got a message off her on Facebook, and he was like, "Send me your number." So I sent him my number. He was like, "Yo, I'm in Leeds early, and I've got all the American battlers here with me. I think there were a lot of there, Big T, like Arsenal, whoever, like battlers that I've only seen on fucking Smack and URL. Do you know what I mean?" And he was like, "Yo, these guys want some bud. Can you sort it out?" I'm like, "Bro, we're in Leeds. Of course I can fucking sort it out." He's like, "Yo, we're at this hotel, whatever." So I've turned up there, spoke to a lot of Zay, spoke to this guy, sorted them all out, whatever. And I'm chilling there with her. Her's like, "Yo, respect for that, whatever." And I can't remember who it was. Didn't get a visa or didn't get into the country. It might have been Daylight. Somebody didn't get a visa anyway, and he was like, "Oh, I can't believe Thingy ain't turned up, rare. He's like, "Do you know what? I might just throw Pedro and P Solja main stage." And I was like, "What?" He's like, yeah, fuck it. Do you know what? We'll put P Solja and Pedro on main stage since this battler hadn't got his visa or whatever. So I was like, fuck. This is stylish. This is like 2,000 people. Like, it's been advertised as sold out. So, bro, I turned up there. And bro, it was fucking rammed. There were so many people in the crowd that I knew that I wasn't expecting to be there and shit like that, bro. It was mad, you know what I mean? The stage was full of battlers, bro. Like, if you watch them battles, like that birthday weekend was probably one of the best Don't Flop weekends, bro, because everybody was there. Charlie Clips, DNA, like Disaster. That's when the Disaster and her situation happened and all the carrying on and that. Bro, it was the best Don't Flop birthday weekend ever. And that was my first ever stage battle, and I got it because I don't know whether because my man didn't get a visa or I took them man some bud or whatever, but yeah, it went in my favour. But yeah, me versus Pedro was sick on both sides. Both sides.
Definitely. I think that was like I don't want to say like the birth of Pedro, because obviously Pedro was around a long time, but
no, Pedro was born again, man.
Yeah, exactly. And that was
the first one, because after he battled me on that main stage, bro, he went on a run of, bro, it started from "I'll punch your mum in a son's lip" or something like that, he said to me, and got a mad reaction, bro. And ever since that, it just started going on the spiel of, bro, your mum's got a tattoo with an Umbro sign. Bro, Pedro has got quarter bills for days.
Definitely.
And that was a note. And bro, Pedro versus Liv Winter is one of the best battles of all time.
Yeah, no, I agree 100%. When he starts his round with, like, he goes to kiss her and he's like, "She moved away, I'll bruise her face," I was in tears.
Bro, do you know what it is? Yeah, like, I find that when males battle females, bro, it goes one or two ways. Either he'll do the whole, "Yeah, really, we want to date. Yeah, you want to fuck me," or whatever. Or he will be a complete asshole, bro. And, bro, when Mickey battled DK, fam, he played that asshole down to a fucking T. When Definition battled that female, bro, asshole down to a T. Pedro versus Liv Winter, asshole, bro. Bro, I love them battles, fam, because it can either go very good or very fucking shit for the male battler.
Yeah, no, I agree. And Matter is in that list, man. Matter's battle with Shaggy Bear, he took a very different approach where,
you know what?
From what I remember, it was...
I'm going to watch it now, though, you've said that.
Yeah, do it, man, because he took a really good approach where he was kind of like saying that he was the feminist of the two. And it's so, like, such original, like, Matter material, man. It's really good.
Yeah, for real, no doubt.
But yeah, I mean, you've been involved in some amazing battles, man. But like, what would you say is like your least favorite that you've been a part of?
Least favorite was, I don't know if you've watched it, but it's on. I can't remember what channel it's on. It might be on the Premier Battles channel. I can't remember, but no, it's on the 140 channel that me and fucking Afghan Dan's on. That me and Swift versus Striker and Easy. It's a grime 2-on-2 that I did at Don't Flop.
Yeah, okay.
Bro, that was just a car crash from the beginning to the end, bro. Like, it was terrible, bro. Like,
that whole event was a bit like didn't get very good kind of reviews as a whole, to be fair.
Bro, that was the first event, yeah, where like didn't turn up for it, bruv, and like the cracks started to appear, and everyone's like, "Yo, what the fuck's going on here?" I'm like, "Yo," because obviously, like I was saying to you, bro, like I was cool with her, I was close with her, which in return, bruv, I kind of built up with a relationship with everyone else. Not really barring Bagnall. I was cool with him. I was cool with Kruger. I was cool with Bamalam, but like I'd call Briggsy a friend. You know what I mean? Like so. Like I've gone to Briggsy. I'm like, yo, Briggs, where the fuck's her? And he's like, fuck it, fuck knows, mate. Like, and from that I was like, well, that's a bit weird because normally everybody knows what everybody's fucking doing and where everybody is and so on and so forth. You get me? But yeah, like that event just had a weird feeling about it, bro. And fucking like the battle, like my fucking little cousin Swift, who I was teamed up with. He was just like bickering, going back and forth with fucking Striker and Easy, and then them guys were acting like they want to fight each other. Obviously, I'm not gonna let that happen. Do you know what I mean? So it was just like the whole battle was just so awkward, bro. And that's from a sense where like beforehand, all four of us, the four battlers, got added into a group chat with Briggs here and got asked, yeah, choose your beats or whatever. So we're all choosing beats and blah 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 blah, and then I think it was Striker's come up in the chat and he's being like, oh, let's not say anything about my baby because I've just had a baby and rare, and I don't want anybody to talk about her. So I said, you know what? Fair enough. Got a kid of my own. Kind of get what you're saying. Cool. Swift never responded to that. Yeah. So then the crashes started going on where this guy, he hasn't said the right address, yeah, but he said somewhere extremely close to my little cousin's house. Do you know what I mean? He said an address in the clash, and I'm like, nah, that's foul. That you can't say that. So then Swift, in return, has said something about the guy's kid, and then the guy's like, no, you can't say that. And then boom, they started arguing. I think that happened early in the clash. It might have been like the first or second. So it just kind of set a shit tone, you know, for the whole battle. So then it's spilled over now to fucking the battle's done. Everyone's outside, they're in a car. It's kind of spilled over now that fucking everyone's kicking off outside. Like, my guys are threatening to do shit to them, and like it's just making it all look a bit mad. You know what I mean?
And I see what you mean, man.
That for me was like the worst battle I'd ever been involved in because I'm cool with Striker and Easy. I like them. Do you know what I mean? I've spent fucking years going to events with these guys. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to see it turn out like that, bro. Especially over something so minor. Especially when we could have had a fucking good clash. Do you know what I mean? And like to me, it just kind of fucking put a dampener on everything. Like, and I think that was one of the battles where I just started kind of thinking, you know what? I can't be arsed with this shit no more because like it's affecting my friendship with other people. It's affecting my fucking relationship with people. It's making me look a certain way in front of other people. Like, oh, don't book P or bring whoever with him and these men are going to carry on. And do you know what I mean? When I'm saying to these guys, oh, yeah, give Thingy a chance. I'll bring him in. He'll be my 2-on-2 partner. Because nobody really knew who fucking Swift was. Do you know what I mean? Like, he was doing his thing, but away from the battle rap crowd. So I was bringing him into that and kind of giving him the cosign, and then it all kind of went pear-shaped, and I'm like, you know what? I can't really be asked with this anymore. So yeah, that's probably the battle what I fucking hated, bro.
No, that's fair enough, man. And from what I remember, like, not many of the battles from that whole event were all that great. So
Nah,
it's,
like
you
I
know,
said, there was just a shit vibe in the room, bro.
yeah,
Yeah.
no, that's fair. But no, man, I mean, it's also, you know, it's a bit of a testament to yourself that that's your least favorite battle, considering how many battles that you've done. And
Yeah.
the worst one for you is due to something that's kind of completely out of your control. It's, you know,
Yeah,
it shows the
well,
quality.
it was out of my control, yeah, and it kind of, I could have kind of controlled the situation in a sense where when me and Swift are linking up and practicing our bars or whatever, like, I should have kind of says to him, do you know what, like, maybe you shouldn't say that because I've made the agreement, but I made the agreement, he didn't, do you know what I mean? So in that sense, like, it was out of my hands, so yeah, fuck it. Obviously I don't lose
From
sleep
my
over it, but yeah.
No, of course, and from my standpoint, like, I don't think he's done anything wrong either. If
Yeah,
especially being asked not to say something, and then that same person like is trying to give away your address and stuff. That's
these
just
times,
fucking
bro, like,
shit.
bro, like, he, at that moment in time, bro, like, Swift, he was a lot younger than us guys, bro. He was like 18, 19, do you know what I mean? So you're giving away a guy's address, bro. Like, the guy still lives, the guy was, well, he don't now, but then he was living at his mum's house, do you know what I mean? So you're giving away his mum's, well, trying to give away his mum's address because it wasn't the right address, bro. But like I said, it was fucking close, do you know what I mean? And you're just like, bro, like, for one, who gives you that information? And for two, why do you use it and then say, well, don't say no about this when you know full well you're going to say that? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, 100%, and it's yeah, and you know, I don't blame him for, you know, especially if he wasn't going to say it and then switched it up in the venue. I don't blame him
Yeah.
whatsoever, man. He's got
Bro,
every
I'll
right
be
to.
100% honest with you, bro. If he'd have said my address like that, bro, I'd have done exactly the same thing. I'd have spoke about everything he didn't want me to speak about, and even more.
Yeah,
And to be fair, yeah, the bad that he said about the guy's kid, I can't remember it being that fucking bad either. To be
right.
fair, I don't think he said anything directly about his kid. I think he said something along the lines of fucking your baby mum can't afford to feed your kid or some bullshit like that. Like, bro, it wasn't even that deep. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, like, I'm just like, bro, fuck this shit because this is affecting my friendship with people and like it's affecting shit. So do you know what? Better still, like, to this day, I'm still cool with Striker. If I see him, I'll touch his fist. I'll speak to him, ask him how he is and that. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm cool with him. I'm cool with Easy. I've seen them both since this, but for that instant there, I just thought, do you know what? Fuck this. Fuck these guys. Fuck this whole clashing thing. I can't be asked.
No, that's fair enough, man. I understand that. And then, like, for another question that I'm asking pretty much everyone, and it's like, what's the top 3 bars that you've had said against you in a battle? And with you, like, there's been quite a few moments where your reaction has kind of said it all in that sense. Like, there's quite a
Yeah,
few.
bro, bro, I'm not scared to react to some dope shit if someone said something sick, bro. Like, the top 3 bars that has been said against me. Pedro said, "You look like Snoop Dogg collided with Tenchu." That fucking made me laugh like fuck. Because
Yeah,
yeah, people have said as soon as I came into battling, everyone were like, "Yo, are you related to Tenchu? Do you know Tenchu? Rare. Do you know what I mean?" So him saying that and then obviously joining Snoop Dogg into it, cause I was known as a smoker and all that shit, like that entertained the fuck out of me. Enigma said some fucking shit to me, bro, that I'll never forget in my life. Like, he said something to me like he were like thank your great granddad for these boxes because they were 100% cotton. I remember when he said that to me, I was like, you bastard.
Yeah, I do remember that now.
And third, I'd probably say is from a clash that I did on Prize Fighter, which was like a Birmingham radio station, like clash thing I would go in and do it. I clashed a guy called Fire Don on there, and he said something like, it was just the way he said it. He goes something like, fire, it's a lot. If you get girls your age, I'm shocked. And bro, I just fucking died when he said it to me, bro, because it was just hilarious. Do you know what I mean? So yeah,
I feel like I've seen that. Is that is DJ Big Mikey the
yeah,
DJ?
it's DJ Big Mikey's thing. Yeah. When Fire Don said that to me, that was fucking hilarious, bro.
Yeah, I remember watching that. That was good as well. But nice. No, I like that. I rate that. And like, what's your? I know you've not really battled, especially a cappella, in a while now. But what's your like inspiration while writing? Is there anybody in particular that you'll watch leading up to a battle, or like what's your process like?
Back in the days, I used to watch a lot of fucking daylight battles, bro. Like, I can honestly say I've seen every fucking daylight battle, bro. Every single one of them. So, like, I used to watch, like, Matta got me into that as well. He was like, yo, yeah, we'll write for this battle, man. Let's watch some battles. So, yeah, I used to, like, watch battles, or I'd watch my opponent's battle, and I just sit there for fucking ages, watch a couple of battles until I get kind of sick of them and build up a fucking, like, kind of like, do you know what? I don't actually like you anymore. That's happened with so many people. Like, I've got myself in the mentality of, do you know what? I don't actually like you for this next 15 minutes. Like, some people can do it and still be cool and, like, show love and that. But for me, them 15 minutes there, like, I don't like you, bro. So I watch the battles until like I get that, and then bro, I just stockpile bars. I don't even like write them in any order or in any sense. Even if I think of like a punchline, bro, or a funny word, or like a simile to some other word, like I just write them all down until I've got loads, and then I'll try and incorporate them into punchlines, and then obviously try and write them into rounds. But that's how I write. I don't sit there like write round one. The only time I do that is like when I used to do that. I'm a hitting with some true facts. Like that was always the first thing that I used to try and write when I was writing my bars. So I'd think of that first and foremost before anything. Or when I was doing while you man were out at wherever, I was out doing. Do you know what I mean? Like I always used to write that first. But other than that, I just stockpile bars, sentences, words, like fucking whatever, and then just try and put them all together at the end.
No, that's fair, man. And yeah, I mean, that was essentially like your slogan as well. Like everybody came to expect that from one of your battles, and everybody would kind of join in at that point. It was good.
Because it was at a point where I was saying things, bro. I was basically saying, like, when I was writing them, bro, I made it a point to try and say things that nobody else would dare say. Like, that was my main aim for that. So sometimes I might say something that is 100% facts, or I might say something that is fabricated as fuck, but it got to a point where I could have said anything and that crowd would have ate it up, bro.
Yeah, definitely, man. Yeah, you were a huge crowd favourite as well. But, I mean, back to what you were saying about Daylight as well. I'm a lot of people I know aren't a big fan of Daylight, but like I was, I don't know if you're aware of a guy from Vancouver called Copacetic. He's like involved as like King of the Dot staff. Okay. He was saying that his favourite battle ever is Daylight versus Pat Stay. And wow. I went and rewatched the battle like a couple of days ago, and I remember at the time being like proper like battle rap purist about it and being like,
Yeah,
oh,
like,
Daylight's
what the
fucked it.
fuck is
And
this? I can't watch this.
yeah, exactly. And like slating him for it and stuff. And you watch it now, and if that was now, obviously he wouldn't have won the title, don't get me wrong. But at the same time, like battle rap has evolved so much into more of an entertainment platform than just going and rapping that it has aged into one of the most incredible 3 round performances ever.
Bro,
Like,
Daylight changed the game, bro. He changed
definitely.
the game.
And he's rumoured to be battling Lux very soon, which I really hope goes down.
This is the thing, though, right? When you watch Daylight's previous battles, yeah, like, anytime there's a big opportunity like that, he'll do something fucking stupid. But when it comes to looks, I think Daylight will not go there to play. That's one battle that I do actually say to myself, I hand on heart hope happens.
Yeah, 100%.
Million percent, bro.
Agreed. But yeah, I'm a big Daylight fan as well, man. But like, in terms of yourself, like another question that I've been asking that has been like people have struggled with a bit, but essentially, if you were a promoter and you had unlimited funds to kind of throw an event together, what battles would you want to see ideally on a card?
I'd do Daylight versus Lux. What like battlers or like industry people or what?
Just battlers, like any
Like,
battlers
yeah.
that
All right,
you,
that's
or
cool.
battles that you've always thought you want to
That
see.
makes it easier, right? I'd do Daylight versus Lux. I'd do Shotty versus Luna. I'd do Shuffle and Marlow versus what's the team? I can't remember who it is who teamed up with. Oh, was it Twerk, New Jersey Twerk and Shotgun Shug? Yeah. Versus Shuffle and Marlow. I'd have Dialect versus Zen. And I think that would be my 4 battles, whatever I said.
Nice. And Dialect versus Zen, would that be grime or?
Nah, that would be a cappella, so they can both talk that shit to each other.
Nice, okay.
Fucking, I'd put Gemini versus somebody on there as well.
Nice. Yeah, Gem needs more like international battles, I think.
That's it. I'd do Gemini versus Soul, yeah, away from a URL crowd.
Yeah, agreed. It really, like...
I'd do it in a mixed group.
I don't know if Gem will ever listen to this podcast, don't get me wrong, but the last thing I want to do is offend him and make him think that I'm not a fan, because for me, Gem is probably top 3 in the UK, and he has the ability to be an absolute star. But I find Gem a bit boring to watch in the sense that his like Shocks performance, for example, the way he breaks Shocks down for all 3 rounds is absolutely incredible writing, but it's also a bit boring to watch, like just going through the same angle for 3 rounds, if you know what I mean. And I found the same with Soul, like the way that he tailored his material to a URL crowd was perfect execution, but it was also just a bit boring to watch it, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Nah, I get that, bro. Like hands down, Gemini is one of the best writers in the fucking country, and it has been since he stepped foot in the battle game. Can't deny that, but yeah, I do get what you say. I get 100% what you're saying.
But yeah, man, I like that card a lot. That's crazy. And like for yourself, I know you're not focused on a cappella battles right now, and you've got a lot going on, so I understand why. But If there, say there's 5 people that could get you back into battling, who would you ask for? Like, who's on your kind of battle rap bucket list in that sense?
I'd like to do a proper battle with O'Shea.
Okay. Yeah.
I'd like to battle Big T.
Yeah. I think that's the battle that just always made sense for
it was
both
so
of you, and it
close
just
to
never got
happening.
booked.
So many, bro. I almost battled him. I almost battled K Shine, bro. Neither of them happened, and I was pissed off about that. But
I can imagine.
Yeah, Big T. I'd like to battle Daylight, obviously, just for fucking. I'd either like to battle Daylight or do a 2-on-2 with him. And
yeah, that'd be crazy.
And who do I want to battle? I always wanted to battle Ogmios for some reason as well.
I'm a huge Ogmios fan, man,
Yeah,
and I'd love to.
I think the styling clashes, the style clash between us both would have been sick, and I reckon he could have said some dope shit to me.
Yeah, definitely. And I'd love to see you both back, and I think especially that battle, like that's just such a like that'd take everyone back to when Don't Flop was really fucking popping as well. Do you know what I mean? Like that'd be perfect.
But do you know what? I'd like to redo the Soul Jitsu battle as well, because I think that happened too early.
Okay, yeah, no, I'd like that. I really liked the original matchup, and it was you and Wilsey I really liked as well. They're both battles that I could see being redone now and still being really good. But
when me and Wilsey battled, we hated each other's guts, bro.
Really?
To the point where I turned up at that event with about 40 man, just in case shit got a bit smoky. Like, bro, I really didn't fucking like the guy, bro. And it turns out like Wilsey's probably one of the people I'm coolest with in battle rap now. Going forward, anytime I see him, I'll shout him, I'll show him love, vice versa. Like,
right.
Same with Soul Jitsu. Soul Jitsu is probably one of the closest people I'm closest with in battling.
Yeah, I've met, well, not met, but I've spoke to Soul Jitsu briefly a couple of times, and he seems really sound, to be fair. But
yeah, he's a cool guy, man.
Yeah, no, that's a good list as well, man. I like it. But I mean, that's kind of it for the battle rap related questions. I do just want to touch on music slightly as well, because I know that you, like you said, you've got an album on the way. You've recently been on Luna's album as well.
Yeah.
And I know you've got big things coming in that sense. Like, when's your album planned to drop then?
In June. I'm dropping it on the 20. Can't remember what it is. I've got the date. It's on my social medias, but yeah, I'm dropping that in June. I've also got an album with Luna as well. Like, we've got I think it's 13, 14 songs together. Like, I've got an album with Lefty that I've been sat on for fucking about best part of a year. But the thing is with me and Lefty, like, we're both very, very, very similar in like how we work and like as work ethic and what we do. So the problem is with me and Lefty, like, we started going on a campaign like, we're advertising this, we're shooting videos, we're dropping videos, we're putting out singles and that, and then, bro, like, we've never actually finished the project, because every time we link up, we end up making another 4 or 5 songs to add to the project. Now, me and Lefty's probably got over 20 songs together, bro, and we just need to just like whittle it down and get the album out. So as far as music goes, bro, like, I'm covered for the next year and a bit, because I've got an album with a Russian artist as well called J Master Badman. Like, there's like 14 tracks with him as well. So, bro, like, my album is gonna be 14 tracks. So, bro, I'm sat on a lot of music. So, like, soon as I shoot a couple more videos, I'm gonna start just pushing out singles, pushing out like mixtapes, EPs. I've got an EP I completed. Like what I did was like last week I said I'm gonna do a song a day for the next 7 to 8 days. Like I've done that, so I've got that EP which is probably gonna drop. When this comes out, it'll be out anyway.
Nice. Okay, cool, man. And then, yeah, I mean, another segment of the podcast that I'm hoping to do is I wanna talk about battlers' music more and try and promote it more, because I think it's always heavily overlooked. It doesn't matter how big the battler is, unless you're shot at your Lux or whatever, there's a chance that a lot of people haven't listened to your music. So
nah, that's very true as well, bro. So yeah, I appreciate you doing that, man. It needs it. It needs a bit of light shedded on it.
definitely. And the guy that you said that you're making an album with from Russia, then is that the guy that stood behind you in the battle?
Yeah. That's my boy, bro. That's my friend for life. That's my brother, fam.
Yeah, I remember you kind of shouting him out at the start of the video. That's also, yeah, makes sense, man.
Yeah, man. He made a lot of things possible for me in Russia, man. So I'll always have that respect for him, bro. He kept me safe. Like, he took me anywhere I needed to go, bro. He took me studio, fam. Bro, put it this way, down to him when I went to Russia, bro, I didn't have to put my hand in my pocket once, bro. So for that, I'll always have that fucking respect for him, bro. And he was another person that, like, literally, bro, he messaged me on Instagram and was like, yo, when you come to Russia, I've got you, man. And I was like, yeah, whatever. Because I've been getting messages like that all the fucking time, bro. And obviously, look how many battles I've done. Do you know how many people have DM'd me and spoke shit leading up?
Yeah.
So I just thought whatever. He was like, yeah, I'll come and pick you up from the airport. I'll do this and that for you. I'll take you here and there. And I was like, yeah, whatever, bro. As soon as I landed in Russia, bro, he was there in the airport waiting for me, bro, with a car, drove me to the hotel, bro. We got to the hotel that the promoter had booked. He was like, fuck this. I'm not having no artist coming from the UK, bro, over here and him making you stay in this, bro. He rebooked me a bad boy hotel, bro. Like, he was the reason why I ended up staying out there even longer. Like, he booked me a fucking new flight home and that, bro. It was like, he's a genuine guy, bro. Like, he's come up to Leeds, bro. He's been to my mum's house and I've met his parents and shit. You know what I mean, bro? It's not just like, yeah, like, I know him. Like, this guy, like, he's like my brother, bro. So it's sick that I've got that from going to Russia. If I never get booked in Russia again, like, at least I've got that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's really sick, man. I like that a lot. And like, I've written his name down, so I'm gonna check out some of his. I'm guessing he's got music available online already. Then.
Yeah, bro, he's got music in English. He's got, bro, the guy, like, bro, he's so mad because, like, he was like, yeah, I'm gonna come to London. I'm like, right, what you coming to London for? He's like, oh, I'm just gonna meet some of these grime guys and do this and that and rare. And I'm like, bro, it don't just work like that. Like, you can't just turn up, bro, and meet these guys and whatever. Like, trying to explain it to him, he's like, yo, don't worry about it. So, bro, the guy came to London the next, like, all throughout the next week or two, bro. The guy sending me videos of him with P Money, bro, him with Wiley, him with fucking Jammer. And I'm like, how the fuck have you done this, bro? Like, he ended up he came to UK. I think he was meant to come for like 3 weeks, bro. He ended up staying for like 3 months. Then he went home and then came back and ended up staying in Leeds with me for a month, bro. It's crazy, fam.
That's fucking mental.
It's mad, but like I say, when I first got booked to go into Russia, bro, you think I ever imagined that happening, bro? No, hell no.
It's crazy what paths you end up on, isn't it, man? That's fucking mental.
Trust me, bro, and I won't change it for the world, bro. It's crazy, man. It's good.
No, I can imagine. Yeah, man, it's so cool to hear that you've got so many projects on the go as well. That's amazing, and I can't wait to hear those when they drop. The Nah Watch Face EP that you dropped is still, one of the probably the most played EPs that I've got on one of my old iPods, man. I love that.
Bro,
and
I'll stand forward and I will say this, and I'll say this now again, bro. There has not been a better grime project to come from a battler in the UK since, and that came out in 2018. Before or after that,
definitely.
Bro. And you know what? The sequel's gonna be even more crazy, but I just need to get in that frame of mind. At the minute, I'm not in that writing grime frame of mind, bro. Like, I just want to make songs and make music and that, but when it comes time for Now Watch Phase 2, bro, like, it's gonna be crazy, bro. Like, everything about that was just right. The process, where I was at that moment in time, like the writing, the studio I used, the engineer I used, like everything just happened to fall in place correctly with that mixtape there, the EP. Everything just like, I went on tour with Luna as soon as that dropped, so like everything just kind of like, it was mad because like I was on tour with Luna, but I was also getting booked for my own shows as well. So like it was so that was the best time, like at that moment, bro. I think like off that mixtape, bro, like I lived off that mixtape for about just under a year, bro. Like streams and shit like that, bro. Like that it went well, better than I could have ever imagined, bro. So when I do Now Watch Phase 2, it has to be correct. It has to be right.
I get that, man, and yeah, I look forward to hearing that when you get round to making that as well. But I was speaking of the tour with Lunacy, man. I was pretty pissed off recently. I'm not gonna lie. Like you and Luna were on tour, and Luna put something on Instagram, like his Instagram story of him sat down fucking Barry Island, and mate, I literally live minutes away from it. Like I just got home from work.
Bro.
I know. I just got home from work and like sat down on my phone, and it said like an hour beforehand, Luna and I'm guessing yourself were sat down Barry Island, and I was like, fuck's sake. Unbelievable, man. But yeah. And in terms of like, so the projects that you've got coming up then, so so you and Luna are doing like a joint album then?
Well, yeah, it's gonna be like it's gonna be Fly Tipper's album, but me and Luna are on every song. Like me and Luna have done the body of it. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, it is. I would say it is more or less a me and Luna album.
Nice. And who else is like a member of Fly Tippers now? If I'm honest, I didn't realise that was still like a thing
like
that
I think that was the whole motive behind me and Luna just getting in the studio and just getting on with it, because he was like, yo, I wanna like relaunch and push the Fly Tippers again, man, and fucking let's try and get a project out there. And so we just locked in and just recorded like solidly for about 3 weeks, bro. Just like I would fucking sleeping on the guy's sofa for fucking weeks. Do you know what I mean? Just waking up, recording. Like he'd go to bed, I'd still be recording. He'd wake up, there'd be a new song there. He'd put a verse on it and vice versa. And bro, just locked it in. But Fly Tippers, bro, it's like the main people are probably me, Luna, Sandy Minto, DJ Heritage, Minus, and DJ Remy as well. So there's two DJs, there's rappers, but then you've got people like Lefty. Lefty's been on a lot of fucking songs on the Fly Tippers album, so I'd say he's in it. Like it's mad, bro. It's mad. Oh, fucking Mash, the producer, Lunacy's brother. Like he is one of the best producers that I've ever heard, bro. He's fucking cold.
I don't know if I've checked him out actually, man. I know I've listened to a lot of Minus's stuff, but
if you listen to Mine and Lefty's songs, he produced Balotelli, and he produced Woe as well. So listen to Mine and Lefty's Balotelli or Woe. You'll hear him on there. And he's done quite a bit of my album as well. Like he's got like four songs on my album, I think.
Sick. Okay, cool, man. And then, like, for yourself, in terms of gigs that you've done and stuff, like, what would you say is your favorite experience doing a show?
I'd say Boomtown. I did
Oh,
Boomtown
okay.
Festival in, I can't remember when it was. It was 2017, I think. Yeah, I'd not released Now Watch Face. That was before Now Watch Face. That's because I did a single, and the remix of the single that I did got signed by a label in America, and they just started getting me shitloads of bookings, bro. It was mad. So they got me a booking at Boomtown Festival, and there was like, it's not main stage, but like go there, like smash your show, whatever. I was booked with the producer of the song, so it was me, a Birmingham artist called Slick Don, and the producers, because the producer had also done the label had also signed a couple of songs from this guy from Birmingham as well. So there was the three of us. The producer DJ'd as well. So we went and we did Boomtown. That was a tent that was about 1,500 people in there. Like, they was going nuts. They knew every word to this fucking remix I did and this tune and that. That was the most surreal experience of my life, because I'd never been to a festival before. So the first time I ever went to a festival was as an artist. I had the artist
Sick.
wristbands, I was in artist camping, I had artist showers and everything. So I was living nice, do you know what I mean? So it was mad for me, like, and I got paid for it. And I was like, what the fuck? That
Yeah,
kind of
that's
like
class.
give me a different perspective then, because I just thought, I don't really need to battle if I'm getting shows like this. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, man. And Boomtown is, I've not been myself. I want to, but I've not been yet. And from what I've heard, Boomtown is like the craziest festival, especially for your first one, man. That's really
Bro,
cool. But
my first, bro, I'd never ever even like been to a festival, bro. I'd never like thought of going to a festival, done any research, seen I didn't even know what it was about, bro. I didn't know what were going on, but I just turned up, bro, and I'm just like, this. I think this was still early in the times where I wasn't really getting out of Yorkshire that much. A lot of bookings I was doing was all Yorkshire based, so
right,
like, obviously I've done a couple of battles in London and that, but that don't really count because it's not really music and they're not really there to see me. Do you know what I mean? They're there to see the whole card. Like, at the festival, there's that much stages going on. There's that much shit going on, bro. If people are coming to see you, they're coming to see you because, as you know, you go to a stage at a specific time to see the act you want to see. So,
yeah.
bro, it was fucking nuts. And it was like, it made me look at things differently. I was like, nah, I need to do this music thing even more, man.
Yeah, I can imagine, man. That's crazy. And Slick Don, I'm aware of. He does a lot of bassline stuff. Is that right?
Yeah, that was it, bro. Because like, it was a baseline like tent we was in,
Right. Okay. Who
and
was the producer then?
Lemchems.
Okay. Yeah, I've heard the name. I don't know if I know him, but
Yeah, yeah,
Slick
yeah.
Don, I've definitely heard some stuff from. But no,
Well,
that's
if you've
awesome, man.
heard Slick Dons, you've definitely heard Lemchems because he's produced a good couple of his songs.
Right. Oh, sick. Yeah, I'm gonna check some more of his stuff out as well. But yeah, I was hoping to go to Boomtown this year, but my girlfriend ended up booking tickets for Outlook in Croatia for Christmas in the end, which was amazing. So
I was
hopefully,
just about to say it's still a good one.
yeah, 100%. I went. It was the first. Well, I did like fucking Glastonbury and Reading when I was like 17, but it's never really been my kind of music, all that. But the first festival that I did properly was Outlook when I was 18, so it's going to be literally 10
Yeah.
years later that I go back, and it's I'm really looking forward to it, if obviously coronavirus and all that clears by that stage, I suppose. But
God willing, bro, you'll get there, man.
Fingers crossed, man. But yeah, and in terms of like gigs, have you been to gigs as just a fan? Like, what would you say the best live act you've seen is?
I went to a festival in Denmark called Roskilde, and bro, like there I saw Gucci Man, which is like my favorite rapper of all time, bro. That was hands down the best show I've ever been to in my life, bro. Like, it was the most amazing experience I've had in my life, bro. That
Man,
same
yeah,
festival there, I saw Gucci, I saw Nas, I saw Popcorn, I saw so many acts that weekend. But seeing Gucci though it was crazy, bro. Absolutely crazy, because that was the first time he'd ever performed outside the USA as well. So like, I made
yeah,
it a point to go there. And I remember all the way up, bro, I was checking all of his social medias to see if he was actually in Denmark. And there was nothing. And I was like, oh, for fuck's sake. And then I turned up, bro, and like, they announced him. And I was like, jeez, bro, that was the best music feeling I've had in my life.
I can imagine. That's it. And some of my Swedish mates were at Roskilde Festival as well, and they like at that same one they saw Gucci Mane and that as well. So yeah,
Bro, it was
I was
crazy, fam. Absolutely crazy.
if they'd have like announced it sooner, I probably would have gone myself. But a lot of the artists were kept under wraps for the majority of it, if I remember rightly.
Yeah, they tend to do that a lot. They do actually do that. And then, like, the week leading up, they'll just name, like, 5 or 6 headliners, and you'll be like, geez, what? Because, bro, this was the thing. Like, I think I got a 2-day ticket. I remember I didn't go to all, like, 3 or 4 days, but I remember, like, I'd gone and somebody had not turned up, or some act had not got into the country or something like that, and then they literally replaced them with Red Hot Chili Peppers, which is like one of my favorite bands of all time, bro. Like, they replaced them with it like in the space of like 24 hours, and I was like, fuck, I can't actually buy another ticket, get another plane ticket, get another hotel just to see Red Hot Chili Peppers. I might as well wait for them to go on tour again, but like, they do keep shit so under wraps, it's unreal.
Yeah, man.
Because
I remember
they know they're gonna sell the tickets easy. Because every Scandinavian person goes to that festival, bro.
Definitely. They don't exactly get a huge amount of gig opportunities in that sense. So,
exactly.
Yeah. And I think Nas was announced kind of the week of as well. Like, if that was announced sooner, I would have booked tickets and flights and all that. But yeah, it just wasn't
that
to be,
was the
unfortunately.
thing, like, because I'd seen Gucci and I was so overwhelmed at the fact that I'd seen Gucci, like, I was not even asked about seeing Nas. Like,
yeah,
I still went, but it kind of ruined it for me, because I'm like, nah, this ain't Gucci, man.
fair. No, I understand. It's especially it being his first show outside of the States as well. It's incredible to have been
like,
there.
6-7 was on there as well. 6-7 from London was on the on one of the big stages, and bro, they had that place mosh pitting going crazy. Like, I couldn't believe it, and I was like, how are they're singing every word? These bunch of gangbangers from London have got this place going absolutely mad, and it was good to watch from like someone who does music, but from a fan's perspective, because I could see on the faces that they was overwhelmed, like they couldn't actually believe what were going on. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's good to hear as well. That like the UK like kind of drill scene or whatever you want to call it's making it over there. Like I didn't know they were booked.
Yeah, bro, they was booked on a pretty big stage, bro. The stage was big they was on, and it was right next to the main stage. So even if people want there specifically to see them, they were still getting involved because the crowd was going that mad.
Nice. Yeah, that's amazing to hear, man. And like, I think I know Section Boys, or I think they've changed their name to like Smoke Boys now, but
Yeah.
they went through a stage where they were getting big overseas and stuff as well. And Crept and Conan obviously are big, and
bro, Stormzy has headlined Roskilde Festival, bro. So is Skepta. That is crazy.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
That's mental, yeah. And like, I don't know if you saw this, just a pretty cool story that I saw from the Stormzy tour recently, like the How Heavy Is the Head tour, I think it was, where JK was his support act.
Yeah.
And they were going all over Europe, and JK like walked out of his hotel, I think, to go and like take money
and he
out.
saw
Or something,
somebody from his ends, didn't he?
Yeah,
that's
fucking
crazy.
mental. I thought that was a really cool story, man. I like that. But yeah, so in terms of like Roskilde Festival, is that something that you'd recommend to people then?
Yeah. And to be fair, it's probably the one where I've only been to 3 festivals. I've been there, I've been to Boomtown, obviously, and I've been to Leeds Fest, and Roskilde I'd recommend, and I would definitely go again.
Nice. Yeah, I've always found that going to festivals outside of the UK, they're normally 10 times better, to be fair.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I mean,
something will happen this year.
Yeah, fingers crossed, man. And I mean, fingers crossed they book you for Outlook this year as well. It'd be cool to see you out there.
Bro, that would be amazing. Get me and Luna out there.
Definitely, man. What they're doing with Outlook this year is they've booked artists from each genre that they kind of put on as like the curators of their stage. So
okay.
I think like the UK the hip hop stage is being curated by Flip Tricks.
Luna might definitely be on that then.
Yeah, hopefully. And like, I think the grime stage is curated by DWE. So
okay.
I'm
gonna look into that.
Send a few tweets after this and see what we can do, man. Hopefully try and get you and Luna out there. That'd be crazy. But yeah,
out, bro.
But apart from that, man, that's pretty much all the questions that I had for you on the podcast today. I've been ending the show with 3 just completely random questions to finish it off on a good note. But what is your favourite sports team? You're a Man United fan, is that right?
I am a Man United fan, and I'm a Houston Rockets fan, NBA, but they're the only 2 teams I follow, Man United and Houston Rockets.
Right, okay. I mean, I'm a Liverpool fan for starters, so weird time at the moment. We might finally win the league, or we might have it taken off us. I don't know what's going on, but NBA, I'm slowly I was into NBA as a kid because I was always quite good at basketball. Like I'm 6'6" as well, so we both have that in common. Like, but do you follow basketball closely then?
Yeah. I'll probably say I follow that more than football, to be honest.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, I don't really follow it too much anymore. I kind of watch the weekly highlights, and that's about it. But
I've probably followed it consistently for like the past 15 years, maybe a bit longer when I was a kid. But like, I have phases where like I'll fall out of love with it, and I probably won't watch like maybe half a season, or I might only watch the playoffs or something like that. But I have consistently watched that all over. Like, I ain't gonna lie, like when Man United started going through the rough patch and that, bro, I kind of fell out of love with football, bro. It kind of made me sick watching football, bro. So I kind of like channeled everything into NBA, but like I still watch match at day. Like if Man United are on, I'll always watch the highlights. Or if I'm in a place to watch it live, I'll always like watch the game. But yeah, I haven't really been like the now in Premier League. Like my brother, like he proper follows football, and like he comes to me and he's talking about players, bro, and I ain't got a fucking clue they are. But
No,
like,
that's fair enough.
when it comes to NBA, like I know everybody. Do you know what I mean? I know the reserves. I know the fucking G League teams.
Sick, man. Yeah, I mean, the thing I always found with NBA is it's the matches are played a bit too often for me. It's hard to keep up, but
yeah, I do get that. But like, the thing is though, it's like sometimes because I watch Houston Rockets. Most of the games I watch are West Coast games, so some of them start like 3 a.m., 3:30. So it kind of
right.
fucks with my sleeping pattern, man.
Yeah. I'm like this season just gone. I've got really into NFL, so like the American football, and yeah,
Do you know what?
it's
I've
been hard
tried to
keeping up.
watch that so many times. I've tried to pick a team. I've tried to play Madden and so on and so forth. I don't know, man. I think there's too many players.
Yeah, I get you. And like before this season, I've tried in the past and just didn't understand what was going on. But I randomly started watching this like TV show that's like a comedy series called The League, which is just like a group of guys in Chicago that have like a fantasy league online that's
Oh,
like
I
a
think I've
football.
watched a couple of them.
Yeah, it's
It
got
does actually sound familiar, that.
it's actually really funny, man. It's got that John LaJoey in it that was like releasing those parody tracks on YouTube when I was like in high school and stuff, which is how I started watching it. But it's pretty funny, to be fair, and I just got to know so many players because they get them on that show as like a guest and stuff. That I ended up starting to kind of understand it more because they go into the plays and stuff on it.
Oh, okay. So who's your team then?
So I struggled to pick a team. I wanted to go with the Kansas City Chiefs just because some of their players were head and shoulders like above anybody else, but they ended up winning the Super Bowl this year, so I didn't want to get called a glory supporter, so I changed for
That
like
was it, right? Do you know how many Golden State fans, came when they went on that run? I never heard anybody talk about Golden State Warriors in my life, but when they had Steph Curry, when they had Kevin Durant, when they had Klay Thompson, when they had Draymond Green, bro, come on, man. Everybody was a Warriors fan.
No.
He's mad. I respect
And
you
before
for that.
and before that, like I ended up being a Green Bay Packers fan. So just because of like the way the club's been built.
Yeah.
Because it's like it's all fan owned and stuff like that, which I think is really cool. But like with basketball again, like for me, growing up as back when I was really into it, I always followed the Timberwolves, just purely off the fact that I liked the jerseys. Like, but everybody I knew that also liked it was a Lakers fan.
Lakers are crazy, man. Like, they're definitely going to win everything if this carries on this year.
Do you think?
Yeah, definitely. 1,000,000%.
Well, I mean, they've had a bit of a rough time with it the last few years, I suppose. So it'd be quite good to see them get back up to the top. I've always had a little bit of a soft spot for them in that sense, but anyone but the Celtics, and I'll be happy.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
But I mean, the next question, like we've established, obviously, you're pretty well traveled yourself. Like, if you could pick any destination in the world for your next trip, where would you go?
LA.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah. One place I've never been and I've always wanted to go to LA.
Yeah, I've travelled quite a lot myself, and like I lived abroad for like 6 years in a few different places, but I've still never fucking been to America. But
I've been to New York, but I was 12, so I didn't really get to do anything or see anything. But obviously, when I went when I was 12, it was fucking amazing. Like going to Times Square and all that shit. But like,
I bet it's
I need to
mind-blowing.
go to America now. I'm old enough to go to bars and, do you know what I mean? Actually see it for what it is, rather than just getting dragged places with parents and that.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and get to LA towards the end of the year. My plan is to go to Town Business 3, the King of the Dot event, which will be in Oakland. So I'm hoping I get the chance to go south down to LA straight after, but we'll see on that front. But no, I
NBA games, bro. That's all I'd watch.
Yeah, I get that. It's expensive though, man. Like looking at the ticket prices for American sports, it's fucking mental.
I'd sit in the bleachers, me, bro, just to be there.
Yeah, man, definitely. I'd love to catch like both a basketball and a football game over there when I do go, but yeah, they like the cheapest tickets are like $200 or something like that. It's fucking crazy, but
jeez.
And you have to. It's a bit like the Premier League is now. You have to like sign up to be a member or been to a certain amount of games the season before, and it's quite hard to get tickets, I think. Yeah, but no, it's a good choice, man. And like in terms of trips that you've taken already, where's your favourite so far? Would that be Russia or?
Outside of Italy, Russia, yeah.
Nice. So you're a fan of Italy then?
Yeah, I've got Italian family, so it's just like I've been there a lot, do you know what I mean? So it's got a special place in my heart. So when me and Lefty got booked to do a show out there, it was kind of special for me, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, oh man, we didn't even touch on that either. Yeah, I remember seeing something about that. Where was the show booked then?
It was in a little town called Bergamo, just outside Milan.
Oh yeah, that's where Atalanta are from, the football team. Is that right?
Yep. We saw the stadium and all that shit. Yeah, man, it was sick, man. It was actually so sick. That was another one where we was only meant to go for 2 days and we ended up being out there for a week.
Oh, sick. That's cool, man. Yeah, Italy's one of the last countries in Europe that I'm yet to go to, but yeah, I'm definitely going to make that happen sometime in the near future. But the final question that I've got, man, and it's brought some divided opinions, to be fair, but what is the go-to snack?
Ooh, go-to snack is one or two things, either prawn cocktail Pringles.
Yes, completely agree, man. Everyone hates them and I love them.
Or salted popcorn, bro. They are the snack munchies of my life.
I rate it a lot, man. I've had some good answers. Like I've spoke to people from like America, Canada, all sorts now, and like two answers actually made me a bit angry. So LSD, if you're aware of him, said chocolate raisins.
Says fuming at that. Raisins?
Yeah.
That's boring as shit.
Yeah, agreed. And I didn't think anyone was going to be able to beat it until I actually spoke to Jolly J this morning. So the guy, he's English, but he runs Don't Let the Label You over in Germany.
Okay.
And his answer was Marmite Twiglets, and I nearly hung up on him there and then.
Do you know what? I love Twiglets.
Oh, man.
I only ever eat them once a year, and that's at Christmas, so they can't really go into my elite snack section.
I'm sorry.
I'd say oranges as well. I eat a lot of oranges. Snack on them a lot.
Yeah, fair one. I'm with that, but yeah, Twiglets and Marmite in general need to get in the bin and stay there. It's fucking disgusting.
Nah, give me some prawn cocktail Pringles any day, bro.
Yeah, I'm definitely with you there, man. I like it. But No, mate, it's been amazing chatting to you and like hearing how much you've got going on behind the scenes and stuff. It's really cool, man. And I'll make sure that we're, regularly promoting the music whenever the multiple projects drop.
Ask, bro.
Definitely. But mate, it's been really fun to talk to you, man, and thank you very much for taking the time to do it. But anything that you want, like in the description of the YouTube video, just send it across to me, man, and I'll make sure that I'm adding that as well.
Yeah, man, no problems. What's your name, bro?
Lewis Spencer.
Lewis.
So
I've done this whole interview with your podcast, and I don't even know your frigging name, bro. That will ruin.
Do you know what, mate? You're the first person to ask as well. To be fair, so I've kept it under wraps till now, but yeah, man. Anything you need like from me, just send it over, man, and I'm more than happy to help always.
It's been a pleasure talking to you, my brother.
Yeah, you too, bro, and take care, man, especially
All right,
during these weird times. Too.